Greetings my YouTubers, welcome back to the channel guys. This video you do not want to miss, as I'm going to be saying a few things that I believe that can enhance the Undisputed game, despite the fact that the negatives are probably outweighing the positives right now. You know, I love this game, you know, I always say it, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be improvements involved. Of course this game needs improvements, and I feel like the things that I'm going to say in this video could be the next step onto fulfilling people's needs, you know, giving a bigger push. I'm not saying everything that I'm going to say in this video is going to be, you know, everything, but it's gonna give it a boost. As I always say guys, I appreciate every single one of you, man. Honestly, I had a little geographic inspection the other day, and I realized that the United States, people from the United States are watching my videos the most, and there's only one thing I can say, man, and that I love you all. Honestly, it's appreciation. I feel like I'm growing, as I always say, every single day, but not just the United States as well, all over the world. And I appreciate every single one of you, man. I will be doing some giveaways more often as well, so every single month I'm planning on to do a giveaway. Just keep supporting the guys that are new, keep subscribing, and, you know, that's what it's all about, man. I appreciate you all. Let's dive into this video. Right guys, the number one thing I'm going to say, and there's definitely proof, they've come out with it themselves, and that's the hit detection issue. A lot of people still don't know what we're talking about with regards to the hit detection issue, and I'm going to show you in the best way as possible and what's actually going to go on. I'm going to put 2 and 2 videos together. I want you to watch it properly and see how the punches are connecting in the first video and see how the punches are connected in the second video. Let's have an analyzation.
So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Despite what the judges score, Crawford may be ready to go down. Beautiful sneaky shot.
Right guys, so prior to all the patches for when the game actually got released on all platforms, to be precise, the PlayStation 5, the game got renewed again, and obviously everybody was excited. There was literally no issues with the hit detection at all. You know, the punches were landing quite often. I'm not saying every punch should land, but nobody had an issue with it. It wasn't something that needed to be highlighted. So after the patch for when Deontay Wilder got patched, and a couple other things got patched as well, for some reason out of the blue everybody was indicating the hit detection, and I was one of them players. As I always say, I am one of Undisputed best players that realized a change in this, and it was a downfall because I'm a pressure fighter myself, and as I normally pressure, you know, the opponent, my punches weren't landing, and I found this to be an issue, and it still is an issue of today. And as I've gathered some research and done some testing, a lot of fighters do have better detection than others, which is not good in a sense, because if you don't want to use that boxer, it does become a problem. But I feel like this should be the number one fix, and I hope I've given you an indication, a better indication on actually what's going on. I had to dig up prior videos to actually show you this. A good job I did save some, so I hope this helps the viewers on what the hit detection actually is. Another thing that will boost this game for sure is the ranking system. At the moment, there's a lot of opponents quitting, and you're getting a loss for it. Very confused on why that is happening, and also just better matchmaking in general. I feel like us as individuals should be playing against people that are in kind of like your skill category, like a lot of other games do. You know, Marvel Rivals, for example, does that very well. Very good game as well. There's plenty of other games that do that, and I feel like Undisputed do need to focus on that, because it's obviously difficult for a beginner that's fighting against an advanced fighter, and it's just making it a bit unrealistic. So that's one thing I would say to actually focus on and fix in order to boost this game. I think what would satisfy majority of the players that have potentially left and more or less still playing the game but still occurring issues is just bringing more fighters. I think they should bring a couple of free fighters, not in terms of like DLCs. It doesn't have to always be DLCs. Just bring some fighters to the game. I think that would put a good mood on most people's faces as well, despite the fact that what's going on in the game. And I know it all comes down to money, but at the same time, a lot of people have paid money for this game and weren't satisfied with it. And I feel like in terms of repaying them, this will be a good way to do so. Also, adding a couple of game modes, I think this will be a really good shout. And I'm saying these things, guys, because to me, they're basic. We're not asking for well, we are, a couple of them, obviously, with like the hit detection and stuff. I don't know how that stuff works, but in terms of like the basic stuff, I think that we should get this in the next update, God willing, hopefully. And that's just like, you know, the tournaments on, with fighting games, there's always like tournaments and stuff. And I feel like some new campaigns where you can go for a series of matches fighting other fighters, potentially a better, story mode, more like a story based driven. I think that would just be pretty cool, man. Adding that will be really good for the game, and hopefully they can obviously implement this stuff down the line. I know you guys are going to love this one, but I would say just tweaking certain fighters, either enhance them or downgrade them. Obviously, Wilder was a massive shout that needed tweaking. I feel like a lot of fighters as well should be tweaked in terms of enhancement, in terms of toning down as well. I'm not going to list the whole names. I just feel like you guys know already who needs, changing up. And I just feel like it will bring a bit more enhancement in the game, because majority of the fighters, even in terms of styles, a lot of fighters, and I know fighting games are not perfect. They're not going to get everybody's style perfect. But meanwhile, you've put out these fighters that have these styles. Just try focus on them a little bit more. Try change up a few things. Like, for example, Floyd Patterson, to me, he has him and Mike Tyson obviously had the same sort of style, which was the peekaboo. Enhance him, focus on him a bit more, because to me, the movement's not very effective. I don't know if it's due to the game mechanics itself, but a lot of fighters do implement their style pretty well, like Roy Jones. So I just don't feel like there's any excuse. Muhammad Ali moves pretty well as well. There's a lot of other things that they can implement in this game, man, honestly. So I feel like this would bring a huge boost for sure, and they can do it in their own time. That's just my opinion. So I think you guys would agree on that for sure. Last of all, I'm going to say a player feedback post. I think the Undisputed definitely need this. 100%. I feel like the audience speaking out can make this game great. Honestly, everybody's got different opinions. I actually think it's a good game. It's not great there yet, but I feel like it does have the potential. And I think, with regards to the survey they did, they need to do more of them things, 100%. And that shows they care. It's something that not many, games do that, even when they're not performing so well. And for Undisputed to do that, it's a good indication, man, honestly. I just feel like they just need to do that more, and they'll definitely be on the right track if they implement the stuff that I've mentioned in this video. Let me know some things that you guys would add as well. I always love you guys engaging every single time. Remember, this video is about the next update that they should bring. I'm not talking about overall things that are going to take, a really long time. Just things that would bring more people back to the community. you know, within the likes of Undisputed. So share your stuff in the comments, man. And I've mentioned about the priorities Undisputed need to do as well. I honestly, guys, I wish this video can get out to them, you know. Honestly, I feel like, you know, because I cover this game solely. I don't focus on no other games, right? I play other games, of course, but in terms of uploading, I play the Undisputed. And obviously, yeah, you get the point. As I said, what I'm going to say is their priority should be is bringing more people back to the game. I think that's their number one prioritization. And in order to do that, you got to obviously do some things, of course. And that's to upload more. I have a massive issue with games not uploading more often in terms of the developers. They need to do it, man, because it's very important so we can keep up to date with what's going on, when's things going to be happening. And, you know, for content creators as well, like myself, just to give you guys the news and what's actually going on. So it's frustrating that I don't see them upload as much at all. Also, couple free DLCs, and the reasons why I'm saying that, I did mention obviously a few new fighters, but they should give 1 and 2 free DLCs when they do launch, due to the fact that a lot of people have felt they were robbed. So I think it's just good to kind of like reimburse them in that way. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys probably think, you know, you would want more. I'm just trying to figure out, because I don't see them just giving your money back. You know, and there's not many companies and developers that do that anymore. So I just feel like in order to repay somebody back, that's a good way of doing something. Also, just overall stability and performance, you know, improving bugs, just all these little things, man, these little issues that they just need to keep on top on in order to keep this game going. And yeah, guys, that's just everything I got to say regarding the video. Before we even go, myself, I am currently working on a video, Fight Night Champion versus Undisputed. Well, I'm not even really saying which one's better. I want you guys to have your own opinion. It's a very in-depth video, so it's a whole deep dive, and I'm really looking forward to you guys listening to the video. I'm currently doing it, so it's going to take me a bit of time, but stay tuned. I love you all, and get down in the comments. Peace.